Hello, my dears. Would you like to see my bandage that I crafted for myself out of bandage and a hair tie? Today has been a day. I am overwhelmed and sad, and I figured that I would make a video to help anyone who is also feeling sad. So I pray that this video reaches who it needs to reach today or tonight or whenever you're finding this, because whenever you're finding this is when it's meant for you. Whenever this video finds you is when it's meant for you, but we are coming into the holiday season right now, which I just can't. I can't. Okay? We're going into the holiday season, which is always tough for me. And I know it's tough for a lot of the people in my community. It can be a time that family wounds are triggered up. You know, a lot of us are in no contact with our family of origin, which is unspeakably painful. You know, a lot of us have had to set boundaries with unhealthy family of origin members for our own safety and our own healing, and that is incredibly painful. So today I hope that I can make a reading that brings you some peace. Because you're not alone. I'm right here with you. And we can walk through this together. Literally, the first card out is the Five of Cups. I know that there's a lot of really big emotions coming up right now. And it's like there's not even any words that can really describe this experience. I found myself crying and screaming today, like for the first time in so long. This shit is not a joke. When we're dealing with family patterns and these wounds, generational trauma, I can't even deal with this. Like, I found myself screaming and crying today. Crying a lot. And at one point, I was just feeling so overwhelmed and so angry and trying to figure so many things out and get into action with my goals and, like, handle some business and stuff. And I just found myself screaming and, like, slamming on my desk. And that showed me that I need to slow down and listen and just take it as easy as possible right now. And there's like a big message here about feeling your feelings and not pushing them away, and certainly not trying to numb them and put anything like drugs and alcohol and sex and all these things, social media, that allow us to numb out and like ignore our feelings or blunt them in any way. It's like Trust me, I understand. As an alcoholic and a drug addict in recovery, I know all of this. I have lived this life. I just celebrated 7 years sober, but like, that doesn't mean that I don't still seek to numb out and like blunt my feelings in some way or avoid them. But this is asking us to feel, because we can't get the healing, we can't get the guidance, we can't get the beauty that comes if we're not feeling these things. Think about, like, God is trying to send you a message, and if you numb it out and you just ignore or like bury things down, you're never going to get that message. So what I'm saying is, like, maybe some things in your life need to be rearranged. And that is the message, one of the messages that you're being sent through your emotions right now. Like today, I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done and cram my day off full of action and doing all these things, and it just wasn't working. Like, nothing was working out, and I got so angry that I started hitting shit and screaming. So I took that and was like, okay, I see this coming out in me. I need to just tend to myself right now. I need to tend to my inner child and just lay here and close my eyes for a little bit and relax and take down the energy and feel my feelings instead of trying to do action them away. I hear messages about like comparing yourself to other people, or like trying to be the person that somebody would approve of. It's like, what a spectacular waste of the person that you are. You are a unique expression of God, babe. The moon. You are a unique, beautiful expression of God's love. Look at you. Look at this. This is me right here. Like, trying to change ourselves and fit to what other people want from us and fit what other people expect from us is so heartbreaking. That is a perfect way to break your own heart. And like, a really beautiful medicine for this is the cultivation of a gratitude practice. Every day, reminding yourself what you're grateful for, bringing that energy of gratitude into your life. What are you grateful for about yourself exactly as you are? What are you grateful for about your life? And the cool thing is that is one of the highest vibrations in the universe, and having gratitude for the things that we have and the things that we are brings more things to be grateful for in, because that is the energy of gratitude attracts more things to be grateful for in. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed, so I see somebody who is alone. Feels like they're going at it alone. And I hope that you can trust that you're being isolated at this time for a reason, for a higher purpose. That God would never put you alone just to torture you or punish you. There is a message in the silence asking for you to listen. You're being isolated for a divine reason, a divine purpose. And allow that sadness to exist. Like, somebody recently, a beautiful person in my life, introduced me to this book, The Path is Everywhere by Matt Licata. And there's a part that I'm going to paraphrase in that book about if a hurting child showed up at your door, you would not seek to immediately change this child's feelings. You wouldn't tell her that she shouldn't be feeling the way she's feeling. You wouldn't ignore her cries in order to just try to force her to feel differently. You would sit her with you and listen to her and ask her what's going on. Look at yourself the same way. I know that it's tempting. I do it all the time. To just like try to quickly go from a feeling of sadness or emptiness or frustration, overwhelm, whatever, to just quickly try to change that into happiness or peace or whatever. But as I said earlier, as the message came through earlier about like, there is something that is being asked of you, of how you're feeling. Listen to your inner child. What do they need from you at this time? If you are no contact with your family, your inner child probably needs love and support right now. Genuine love, genuine support. Peace, safety. Maybe time alone is exactly what you do need to even be able to hear the call of your inner child and like what they are crying out for. If you have a safe community of people, lean on them. Tell them what's going on. If you have safe, close friends, you know, I just heard like it's so hard for folks like us who never got the support that we needed to ask for help and support. It's very, very difficult. You know, and sometimes I still fall into that where I'm like, I feel like I need to be in an absolute life or death crisis with my leg falling off and like crawling into the hospital on my hands and knees before I can ask for help. Like, you are worthy of asking for help and love and support. Whatever's going on, you know. You don't have to be stranded in the middle of the wilderness being attacked by a bear to be worthy of asking for help and love and support, you know. And we have the Emperor and the Three of Wands with the King of Pentacles reversed. This is relying on God. This is seeing the long-term vision. And maybe this is a small long-term vision of like everything in this next month that you're worried about. I know that it's like the Bermuda Triangle here of like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And shit gets really tough around the holidays for folks like you and I, trust me. I know. So it could be like everything is going to work out over this holiday season, whatever that's supposed to look like. God is handling everything. And also a long-term view, big picture of your whole life. Like, understand that this is exactly in place for your biggest destiny. You could be sent here to help people who deal with the same type of stuff that you've survived and that you're walking through right now. And it doesn't have to be on a big goofy scale of like becoming a super famous whatever. Maybe one human being that you can help who has been through the same thing will give you that sense of purpose in all of this. Everything that you've walked through, everything that you're walking through right now. Understand that we live in a friendly universe, that shit is not happening to you to torture you and torment you and just suffer into the void. Like, if you can dig deep within yourself and your inner authority and understand that everything happens for the greatest purpose, and I can hear you saying like, what could possibly be the purpose of my family abandoning me? What could possibly be the higher purpose behind feeling rejected by my primary caregivers? What could possibly be the higher purpose of that? And I can't say what that is for every person on earth. I know that for myself, I have been through 1,000 things that have tried to make me hard, and I have remained soft. And that in itself is a miracle. I've been through 1,000 things that have tried to steal the love from me, and I've continued to love, and that is a miracle. And I have been through horrific things in this life, but I would not change a thing because I wouldn't change anything about the person that I am. And that is a miracle. And perhaps that is the energy that is trying to break through to you right now. That everything is happening perfectly because you are perfect exactly as you are. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. And nothing can break that kind of self-love. No one can take that away from you. Look at this. What is this? Can you answer me? What is this supposed to be? We got this, man. We're entering the trifecta. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. But listen, let it be whatever you need it to be. Restful, quiet, peaceful, reflective. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to scramble to find people to spend the holidays with and whatever. Like, maybe God is isolating you for a divine purpose so that you can have that silence and reflection to see where maybe changes you want to make in your life. Solitude, healing, peace, and rest. Let's set our intentions for this holiday season to be beautiful and whatever it's supposed to be for us by divine guidance. We out here. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.